Okay, it is a big day tomorrow, and the key thing is not to panic. I'm going to give you some really simple tips that you're going to use, I hope, in order to be fully prepared for tomorrow and also feel confident and relaxed. So let's take the Shakespeare text and the 19th century text. What are you going to do? Well, you can watch as many videos as you like from as many creators, but think about what you already know, not learning new stuff. This is going to give you massive confidence. So I want you to pick 3 likely questions from each text. I'm going to give you some suggestions a bit later on. You don't have to do all 3, but 3 would be my maximum. Am I going to write any essays? Hell no. All I'm going to do is think, how would I answer that question? And I'm going to jot down a minimum of 8 and a maximum of 15 points from the text. When I say points, sometimes a quotation will pop into your head. You'll write that down. Do it, if you can, in chronological order through the play or through your novel. If you can't remember a quotation, the examiners don't care. They give you marks for references to the text. This is a godsend because it just means you have to remember what happened. And as long as you can paraphrase it in some way, you're going to get the marks because you're mentioning something in the text which matches your argument. I guarantee that if you write down between 8 and 15 ideas, 8 if you don't know much, 15 if you know loads, that at least one of those ideas, and probably several, will match the extract that you're given. They only pick the most famous extracts or extracts about the most important characters, and so the extract is bound to fit something you've made a note on. So in the exam it'll be easy because you'll know what to write about that extract. You've already thought about the 8 things up to 15 things you want to say about the novel or the play. So these are 3 essay plans for 3 different essays on your Shakespeare play and 3 essay plans for different questions on your novel. That is nearly it. But you want to know how to start your essay. And this is perfect. However the question is worded, it always means, why did Shakespeare want to write this play? Or why did Dickens or why did Stevenson want to write this novel? You're always going to mention society as one of the reasons. They want to influence society in some way. With Macbeth, it's Jacobean society and King James and the nobles. With Shakespeare, it is Elizabethan society and people's attitudes towards marriage and love. With A Christmas Carol, it is ideas about society and social equality and poverty. And with Jekyll and Hyde, it's about ideas of respectability and hypocrisy and evil. It's quite easy for you to jot down 3 ideas that the author had. And these will be relevant whatever the question is, because the author's purpose is the same. So they can't ask you a question where the author's purpose doesn't fit. Simply writing about the author's purpose tomorrow is going to get you a decent grade, because that's where grade 7 and above is. If you consistently do that, you're bound to get grade 7 and above. Right, tell us the topics that we should revise then, Mr. Salles. Well, if I were doing Macbeth, my top picks would be The Supernatural, Lady Macbeth, and, because everyone's talking about it, Kingship. So I'd write 3 plans for that. For Romeo and Juliet, I would have masculine behaviour, Juliet's relationship with her father, and a theme question: what does Shakespeare tell us about love? For A Christmas Carol, I would have the attitude to the poor, Scrooge's transformation, and something about Christmas or happiness or joy, which is all the same question. For Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I would have question on evil, which involves both Hyde and Jekyll. I'm going for more Hyde, but actually whenever you write Hyde, you're also writing about Jekyll. Then I would think about how suspense is created. What is it that we want to find out, in other words? So it's easy to pick key moments in the novel for that. And then my third one would be a question on Utterson. So imagine you've now written your 6 essay plans for your 2 texts. What are you going to do now? You're going to celebrate. Put them aside, go and do something you enjoy, go out for a run, hit the gym, phone a friend, tell your mum how much you love her, whatever it is, something to relax. And then come back to it and test yourself, see what you remembered. And then put it aside and go and do something else that you enjoy. And then an hour later, come back and test yourself. Read it one last time before you go to bed. Go to bed to allow yourself at least 7 hours, preferably more, of sleep. Don't be tempted to stay up really late revising because yes, you will learn more, but you won't be able to perform the next day. And also, what you learn from revising in the last couple of hours probably isn't going to come up. That's why all my advice has been about writing down what you know. I haven't asked you to go and look up any new quotations, just write a reference if you can't remember the quote. You need to look after yourself, and trying to learn new stuff at this stage isn't doing that. It's going to lead you to a sense of panic. Instead, just sit down with what you know, be calm about it. Once you've got these plans in front of you, you'll be amazed at how much you can actually remember. So you're going to wake up tomorrow and think, I'm going to need energy in this exam. Mr. Salles tells me to feed myself. The perfect foods are proteins and fats or complex carbohydrates. These release energy slowly and gradually. For God's sake, don't have stuff with loads of sugar in it, because this will make you feel great for about 20 minutes, half an hour. Then you'll get a slump. You'll walk into the exam downbeat. Instead, you want to walk in super confident. So slow release carbs, porridge, bananas, muesli, and the perfect protein and fat combo, eggs. Have eggs any way you want them. You won't feel hungry during the exam. You'll have loads of energy. You'll be able to smash it. Then here is my last piece of advice for the exam room. When you're in there, do not give up writing. This is a race between the tortoise and the hare. The hare never wins. The tortoise always wins. They keep plodding on right to the very end. Do that. Keep writing as fast as you can plod, and you will succeed in this exam. Let me know tomorrow how it goes. See you soon on my channel.